Nonsense. Meghan slams royal for spearhead at Harry result to her controversial letter to father. The Duchess of Sussex blamed Prince Charles and other royals for constantly berating Prince Harry and forcing her to write a letter to her estranged father. Meghan suggested she had written to Thomas Markle to get members of the royal family off her husband's back. She complained that the Windsors fundamentally don't understand her dysfunctional relationship with her father. Earlier this year, a High Court judge ruled that the Mail on Sunday newspaper had breached Meghan's privacy and copyright by publishing parts of a letter she wrote to her father Thomas Markle in August 2018, 3 months after her wedding to Harry. The 5-page letter to Mr. Markle followed a collapse in their relationship in the run-up to her wedding, which he missed due to ill health, and after he admitted posing for paparazzi pictures. This week the paper appealed to the Court of Appeal to overturn the ruling, arguing that the Duchess had written the letter in the knowledge it could become public. In a text message released by the court yesterday, Meghan told her then communications chief Jason Knauf the catalyst for writing the letter was seeing how much pain this is causing Harry, and that his father Prince Charles and the other royals did not grasp their position. Even after a week with his dad and endlessly explaining the situation, his family seemed to forget the context, and revert to "can't you go and see him and make this stop?" The text said. They fundamentally don't understand, so at least by writing H will be able to say to his family, she wrote him a letter and he's still doing it. By taking this form of action I protect my husband from this constant berating, and while unlikely perhaps will give my father a moment to pause. It is the latest revelation of trouble between the Sussexes and Charles. During their television interview with Oprah Winfrey earlier this year, Harry said he felt let down by his father. He said Charles stopped taking his calls as he and Meghan attempted to map out a future role in the monarchy in late 2019. Harry told Oprah, "But at the same time, I will always love him. But there's a lot of hurt that's happened and I will continue to make it one of my priorities to try and heal that relationship." Faced with pressure from the royals to heal her rift with her father, Meghan argued it was impractical for her to travel to Mexico and see him at his home as it was likely the media would find out and heap more embarrassment on the royal family. The messages were released by lawyers yesterday after a 3-day court hearing earlier this week. They provide further evidence that Meghan and Mr. Knauf were thinking about the public reading her letter to him, even though she has since complained that a newspaper that published the private letter breached her privacy and copyright. In one previously unseen message, Mr. Knauf advised her that she needed to address the fact that Mr. Markle, 77, had pulled out of giving her away at her wedding to Harry in 2018 after telling the world, via US celebrity website TMZ, that he had suffered a heart attack. She told him she had drafted everything with the understanding that it could be leaked, so was meticulous in her choice of words, using the word daddy, which, if it was leaked, would pull at the heartstrings. Mr. Knauf texted back, "The draft letter is very strong, enough emotion to be authentic, but all in resigned sadness rather than anger." He suggested there were a few tweaks to the order of events that she had set out that could be a bit stronger. "I think it's slightly even worse than you remember." But he added, "The only thing I think is essential to address in some way is the heart attack. That is his best opening for criticism and sympathy."